I usually visit New York City in the summer, but I've never seen the city in the winter, all dressed up for Christmas. A short walk through Central Park was a good choice for the first destination. Compared to the city, Central Park is so peaceful and tranquil, wide open spaces, and there weren't that many people in this section. From this area, there's a good view of the skyline. The weather was in the mid-30s with a mild breeze. Luckily, it was not raining or snowing, and I was fine with layers and a coat and a hat. Today, I'm wearing the Patek Philippe 5226G Calatrava with the charcoal strap. Once I have a chance to sit down, I'll explain why this is a favorite travel watch and one of my overall favorites. We had a lot planned for this single day trip, maybe too much planned, and we couldn't get through everything. But we do have Central Park, some shopping and window shopping, Italian food, seeing the outdoor ice rinks, Rockefeller Center, and of course the tree. Since we're here, I want to take a peek inside the Apple store on Fifth Avenue, since I've never been inside before. There's a cool staircase that descends into the main showroom, and a single elevator that looks like a spaceship. But inside the store is just like any other Apple store in the country. Rows and rows of iPhones and maybe some demonstrations. It's not really worth it to go out of your way to see inside. But very close by, we'll go in and see the famous Tiffany store on Fifth Avenue. The crowds are not so bad right now, but later in the day it will get much, much worse. Huge crowds densely packing in the sidewalks. A Saturday during the holiday is not the best time to visit New York City. I've never seen the city so crowded. We don't have much time to stop into any more stores, so we'll just do some window shopping. All the watch stores are right here near Fifth. Rolex, Omega, Cartier. Wimpy is out here, and they had some Patek Philippe in the window. I tried on the new Planet Ocean last week at another AD, and it seemed to be like an improvement over the previous version, but very angular lines. We have tickets for MoMA, but they are not timed tickets, so we can go in at any time of the day. The Museum of Modern Art is a nice, quiet place to relax. It was really my first chance to sit down and rest today. The 5226G may be my favorite travel watch because it's so discreet and can be worn casually, almost resembling a field watch, but it's so much more. It's a Patek Philippe. The texture dial is so unique, the color and the fume shading pattern, the font of the numerals is classic Patek Philippe. A thin white gold case with a hobnail pattern completely circumscribing the side of the case. On a watch-related note, this painting is called The Persistence of Time, with the idea that time is not fixed or absolute, but fluid, subjective, and tied to human perception. According to the description, hard objects become inexplicably limp in this bleak and infinite dreamscape, while metal attracts ants like rotting flesh. The distant golden cliffs are the coast of Catalonia, Dali's home. These limp watches are as soft as overripe cheese. Here, time must lose all meaning. Permanence goes with it. Ants represent decay, particularly when they attack a gold watch, and they seem grotesquely organic. The monstrous fleshy creature draped over the painting's center is at once alien and familiar, an approximation of Dali's own face in profile. There is a short line to view the starry night. Photographs are permitted in the museum, and almost everyone was shooting snapshots on their iPhone. The description of this painting reads, "In creating the image of the night sky dominated by the bright moon at right and Venus at center left, Van Gogh heralded modern painting's new embrace of mood, expression, symbol, and sentiment. Inspired by the view of his window at the asylum, where the artist spent 12 months in seeking reprieve from his mental illness, the starry night is both an exercise in observation and a clear departure from it. The vision took place at night, yet the painting, among hundreds of artwork that Van Gogh made that year, was created in several sessions during the day, under entirely different atmospheric conditions. The picturesque village nestled below the hills was based on other views. It could not be seen from his window, and the cypress at left appears much closer than it was. And although certain features of the sky have been reconstructed as observed, the artist altered celestial shapes and added a sense of glow." Lunch is at a small Neapolitan restaurant near the museum. Reservations are required because it is a small establishment, and it was entirely full when we visited on a Saturday afternoon. The menu is small and compact, mostly wood-fired pizza and homemade pastas. Everyone was dressed casual, and again my 5226G blended right in. I noticed right away that the manager was wearing a steel Rolex Pepsi on Jubilee bracelet. It was unmistakable. It looked clean and sharp with his white shirt and dark pants, and I gave him a quick compliment on it. There was no complimentary bread with the meal, but the food came out quickly. I ordered the ravioli with ricotta and spinach with sage brown butter sauce. The margherita pizza looked authentic with fresh mozzarella and a soft center, but I expected the crust to be larger. The pasta was cooked to the right texture, and the center was flavorful. The brown butter sauce was good, but I didn't taste much of the sage. And the pasta was shaped more like a large tortellini than a ravioli. The dish was not heavy or too creamy, and the portion size was just right. I was able to easily finish it, but I still felt satisfied. The final bill of $94.72 for 4 entrees was very decent for New York City, although we did not order drinks or dessert. Next up, another short walk to Rockefeller Center to see the tree and go up to the observation deck. Walking by St. Patrick's Cathedral and Radio City Music Hall. Getting up to the observation deck requires buying timed tickets, but it takes a long time even then to get to the top. Even after arriving on time, it took another 45 minutes to get to the top. I've been up to the Empire State Building much quicker, but that wasn't during peak time.
Rising into the skies of Manhattan, it becomes a beacon of hope, the promise of a better future. As Christmas rolls around, the construction workers buy a 20-foot Christmas tree that their families decorate with handmade garlands.
Up on the high steel, you'll find New Yorkers, immigrants from across Europe, and the famous Mohawk Nation Skywalkers. Walking on 18-inch beams 70 stories up while catching molten iron rivets.
Feel the energy and the magic that is Rockefeller Center. And trust me, that feeling never goes away.
Rockefeller's not the tallest building in the city, but it has great views. It's more intimate because you are still down towards the buildings and not just looking down on them. And you can see other famous buildings from the outside. There was another long line to get down from the top, and this took much longer than I anticipated. The rest of the night was not as pleasant because of being in a rush and the huge crowds that we had to work through. But we got to peek inside the public library, although the main reading room was closed to tourists. And we got a glimpse of the Bryant Park ice rink and the winter market. Thanks for following along, and let me know what else I should see in New York City next Christmas.